Kissick Jr., a commissioner of the North Carolina Utilities Commission, and I will be presiding over this hearing tonight. With me this evening is Chairman William M. Brawley, who I'd like to recognize at this time. John, could you verify whether any other commissioners have joined us virtually? I'm not
Like
seeing.
it's just you two.
Okay, not seeing any others. We're going to go ahead and proceed. I will now call for hearing docket numbers SW-218 sub 629, which is the application of AQUA North Carolina Incorporated for authority to adjust and increase rates for water and sewer utility service in all of its service areas in North Carolina, and for approval of a water and sewer investment plan W-218 sub 631 petition of AQUA North Carolina for approval of a customer assistance program. Before we proceed further, and as is required by the State Government Ethics Act, I remind members of the commission of our duty to avoid conflicts of interest and inquire at this time as to whether any commissioner has any known conflicts of interest with respect to these dockets. Let the record reflect that I have no such conflict and that no such conflicts have been identified. On April 30th, 2025, AQUA filed an application requesting approval of a general rate increase for water and sewer utility service in all of its service areas in North Carolina. That includes a 3-year water and sewer investment plan, WIS, pursuant to North Carolina General Statute 62-133 and 62-133, subsection 1B. And the commission rules R117 and R117A. This will be hereinafter referred to at times as the application. AQUA proposes new rates for a base year and the 3 rate years included in its WIS. AQUA serves approximately 87,300 water connections and 23,800 sewer connections, for a total of approximately 110,700 customers in 51 counties throughout the state of North Carolina. The proposed rate increase is based on a test period ending December 31st, 2024. On March 27th, 2025, in docket W-218 sub 631, AQUA filed a petition for approval of customer assistance program known as a CAP on a pilot program basis pursuant to ordering paragraph 44 of the sub 573 rate case order, hereinafter referred to as the sub 631 CAP petition. On May 19th, 2025, the commission issued an order declaring this proceeding to be a general rate case and suspending the proposed new rates pursuant to North Carolina General Statute 62-134 through February 24th, 2026, or 270 days from the proposed effective date of the May 30th, 2025 suspension order. On June 17th, 2025, AQUA filed a motion to consolidate dockets W-218 sub 629 and W-218 sub 631, hereinafter referred to as the motion. In its motion, AQUA states that consolidation would result in substantial efficiency, as the parties in both dockets are the same, and there will be significant overlap of factual and legal issues for the commission to consider and decide in both dockets. On July 11th, 2025, the commission issued an order scheduling hearings, consolidating dockets, establishing discovery guidelines and filing requirements, and requiring customer notice in a scheduling order. The scheduling order scheduled 4 public witness hearings to be held in Gastonia, Raleigh, Wilmington, and 1 virtual public witness hearing being held today by way of WebEx, for the purpose of receiving public witness testimony on the application, as well as expert witness hearing to begin Monday, October 27th, 2025 at 2 p.m. at the Dobbs Building Utilities Commission Hearing Room 2115 in Raleigh, North Carolina, and continuing as necessary until conclusion. On July 16th, 2025, the commission issued an order providing procedures for redirected exhibits. On July 21st, 2025, AQUA filed a certificate of service indicating that the required notice to customers was mailed or hand-delivered to all affected customers by the date required in the scheduling order. On July 22nd, 2025, AQUA filed a motion for clarification of the date rebuttal testimony is due. The public staff filed a response to the motion for clarification the next day, July 23rd, 2025. On August 20th, 2025, the Commission issued an order on the motion for clarification. On August 18th, 2025, AQUA filed rate case updates, schedules, and supporting data. On August 18th, 2025, AQUA also filed exhibits for the hearing held in Gastonia on August 4th, 2025, as well as a report on customer comments from that hearing. The intervention and participation of the public staff in this proceeding is recognized pursuant to North Carolina General Statute 62-15, subsection D, and Commission Rule R119, subsection E. That brings us to the day. We appreciate you being present this evening to voice your views on the AQUA rate case. We welcome your testimony and want to hear from you. In conducting this hearing, the Commission functions in a judicial capacity as we were required by the North Carolina law, and we follow the North Carolina rules of civil procedure and rules of evidence. As such, you will be asked to swear or affirm your testimony before you deliver it. Because the Commission functions as a court, we cannot respond to your questions, whether we are here to receive evidence from you in the form of your testimony. In this proceeding, the public staff, which represents the using and consuming public, will assist you in providing your testimony tonight. In order to facilitate this remote hearing, we will be using the following procedures. Public witnesses will appear by audio connection only. Commissioners and attorneys will appear by video and audio connection. Any public witness that wishes to view a live video of a proceeding may access it on a computer screen via YouTube, which is linked from the Commission's home webpage. Public witnesses will be called to testify in the order in which they appear. When it is your turn to speak, the WebEx administrator will send you a request to unmute. You will hear the message. When you hear the message, you will be asked to unmute yourself. To unmute, simply press *6 on your keypad. It is important that you listen for this message. Once you unmute yourself, please state your name to signify that you are unmuted. At that time, I will ask you to provide an affirmation as to the truthfulness of your testimony. Once you have provided the affirmation, the attorney for the public staff will ask you a series of questions. Then you will be allowed to testify. To ensure that all witnesses have an opportunity to participate tonight, witnesses will be limited to 3 minutes to testify. Counsel for any party may ask questions of the witnesses. In addition, I may have the opportunity to ask questions. This means that if you provide testimony, you may be asked questions by the attorneys or by the commissioners. However, as a reminder, the commission and attorneys for the parties are not allowed to respond to your questions during this hearing. Okay, with that, we are ready to begin. I would like to acknowledge the attorney for the applicant at this time, and subsequently after that, the attorney for the public staff.
Good evening, Presiding Commissioner McKissick and Chair Brawley. My name is Heather Fennell, the law firm of Brooks Pierce. I'm here tonight on behalf of AQUA North Carolina, and with me is Shannon Becker, the president of AQUA North Carolina.
Okay, Ms. Yost, would you like to go ahead and identify yourself at this time?
Yes, thank you. Megan Yost with the public staff, representing the using and consuming public.
Very good. Ms. Fennell, would you like to provide an opening statement or have Mr. Becker provide one on behalf of the applicant, AQUA?
Mr. Becker is prepared to make a brief opening statement. Thank you.
Go ahead, Mr. Becker. You're recognized to provide an opening statement, sir.
Great. Thank you, Commissioner McKissick and Chair Brawley. for the opportunity to speak to the customers this evening at the start of this hearing. Good evening, everybody. My name is Shannon Becker. I'm the president of AQUA North Carolina. I've been with AQUA for about 16 years and have served in this role as president for North Carolina since 2016. We understand that utility customers don't have a choice in their water and sewer service, but we aim to serve you as if you do have a choice and you would need to choose us over any competition if it did exist. Tonight is your night to speak under the oath and the record in this proceeding. While we'll not be able to answer any questions during the hearing, myself and other AQUA employees representing operations, engineering, compliance, as well as water quality are watching the hearing tonight and can follow up with you after this hearing. You can also always call the AQUA customer service line at 1-877-987-2782, which is staffed 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. AQUA will file a follow-up report with the Utilities Commission within 14 days of this hearing, in which we respond to your specific concerns as you express them here tonight. You will be able to find these reports and more information about the rate case posted on the Commission's website. AQUA North Carolina represents approximately 87,000 water customers and 23,000 sewer customers in North Carolina throughout the operation of more than 1,500 wells and 59 wastewater plants across 800 systems in 51 counties throughout the state. On average, we serve 117 homes within each of our water systems. AQUA is subject to a range of regulatory oversight, including regulation by this Utilities Commission, review by the public staff, who is your consumer advocate, as well as environmental regulations by the North Carolina Department of Environmental Quality, which is NCDEQ, and the Federal Environmental Protection Agency, EPA. These public hearings held across the state and the evidentiary hearing to be held in Raleigh in October are a strong exercise of the regulatory oversight by this commission. The hearings address our request for a general rate increase, which AQUA supports through its many filings made at the commission. As part of this process, the public staff conduct extensive discovery and investigation into our requested rate increase. It is AQUA's responsibility to prove to the commission that the rate it is allowed to charge are justified, reasonable, and necessary. By law, we are only authorized to charge customers the amount necessary to support the service and safety obligations we are required to observe, and we are held to a strict standard of audit and proof in this rate case proceeding. Thank you again for taking the time to participate in this process, and thank you for being our customer.
Thank you, Mr. Becker. Ms. Yost, would you like to provide an opening statement on behalf of the public staff?
I would, thank you. Just a moment. Good evening. My name is Megan Yost, and I am a staff attorney with the public staff. The public staff is an independent state agency that represents the using and consuming public in matters before the North Carolina Utilities Commission. The public staff has a team of engineers, accountants, economists, and attorneys analyzing AQUA's application. We are scheduled to file our testimony and exhibits setting out our position on AQUA's application on September 26th. Our testimony will be available for you to review on the Commission's website, along with other documents related to this case. If you have questions you would like to ask a public staff engineer, you may call 919-733-5610. Again, that number is 919-733-5610. The purpose of this evening's hearing is to hear from customers like you regarding AQUA's application and the service you receive from AQUA, and we appreciate your participation. Thank you.
I would now like to know if there are any preliminary matters which need to be addressed at this time.
Not on behalf
Not
of the
seeing.
applicant.
Okay,
None from the public staff. Thank you.
very good. In which case, we will go ahead and proceed with the first witness. Mr. Coy, if you could unmute the first witness, please.
Hi, I'm Deborah Cook.
Okay. Cook, do you solemnly affirm that the testimony you are about to give in this case will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
Okay, Ms. Yost. Please proceed. Ms. Yost, do you have any other words to say to the witness before she proceeds to provide her testimony?
I would just ask that you state your name and address.
Okay, this is Deborah Cook, DebraCook, 3634 East Cotton Gin Drive, Clayton, North Carolina, 27527.
Thank you. And what's the name of your subdivision?
Cottonfield Village in Flowers Plantation.
Okay. And do you receive water service, wastewater service, or both from AQUA?
I receive water service and sewer service. I don't know what you mean by wastewater.
Yeah, sewer, wastewater, yes.
Yes.
Thank you. So you may go ahead and make your statement.
Okay. I wrote to the North Carolina Utilities Commission about the proposed rate increase, and I speak to you tonight to ask you not to approve AQUA's request. I live in Cottonfield Village, a modest townhome neighborhood in Flowers Plantation in Clayton, North Carolina. I am a retired North Carolina school teacher, and this rate increase would negatively impact my life. This for-profit utility already charges an extraordinarily high rate for their service, with little of my monthly bill being for actual consumption of water. My monthly AQUA bill is around $100 every month. Most of this charge is for simply being connected to their service. My actual water usage is very low, so conservation efforts make little difference in my bill. For Cottonfield Village, they are proposing keeping the water usage charge per gallon the same, but to increase the connection fee they call the base facility charge by over $11 per month over the next 3 to 4 years. Then an even greater impact to my bill will come from their requested increase to the sewer charge. The current connection base facility charge for zero use is $55.67 per month. They are proposing increasing this charge in the first year to $65 and up to $74.65 over the next 3 years. In addition to this, they want to increase the usage charge for sewer from $7.91 for 1,000 gallons to $11.90 for that 1,000 gallons, first 1,000 gallons. And they base that usage on the water meter, not on how many times I flush the toilet. This, according to them, is an effective increase of 27.7%. I bet it'll be more, and I will end up with a monthly AQUA bills of $150 or more, which is more than my power bill in the coldest months. These rates and constant increases put an extraordinary burden on working and retired people. A quick internet search reveals that the CEO of AQUA, known as Essential Utilities, earns a total compensation of over $5 million a year. The company revenues were $435.3 million for Q3 in 2024 compared to $411.3 in the same quarter in 2023. Do they really need these increases from the customers who have no choice but to use their services? A Business Wire article dated March 4th, 2025, states that AQUA received more than $1.7 million in federal funding to support these exact projects in North Carolina. They stated that this would minimize the impact to our customers' rates. The article also claims that AQUA will continue to seek funding for projects to reduce the financial burden passed on to customers. Then stop the increases. I implore you, please do not approve these rate increases. Thank you.
Ms. Furnell, do you have any questions of the witness?
No questions, thank you.
Ms. Yost, any questions of the witness?
No questions. Thank you.
Commissioner Brawley, any questions?
No questions.
Okay, thank you for your testimony.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you for joining and sharing your perspective. Ms. Yost, are there any other witnesses that you see or?
I am not privy to that information. I believe Mr. McCoy, though, said that there were some
Okay.
additional witnesses.
Okay, Mr. McCoy, if you could unmute the next witness, please. Mr. McCoy, does it appear we have other witnesses in the queue?
Yes, Commissioner, trying to get somebody to respond. 1 second.
Okay, that's fine. Take your time, sir.
Joe Craparata.
Okay, let me provide you with this affirmation. Do you solemnly affirm that the testimony you're about to give in this case will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
All right, Ms. Yost.
Thank you. Could you please state your full name and address for the record?
Joe Craparata, 5897 Forwood Drive, Matthews, North Carolina, 28104.
And what is the name of your subdivision?
Emerald Lake.
Thank you. And do you receive water service, sewer service, or both from AQUA?
Sewer.
Okay. You may go ahead and make your statement.
No is the answer to AQUA trying to raise rates yet again. AQUA would like to raise their rates so that they can fund buying more public water and sewer utilities to make more money for themselves instead of providing a quality, affordable public service. The current base charges for sewers is already sky high without them asking for increases over the next few years. I am paying AQUA almost double for sewers for 2 people in my household than what other owners in the area pay for families of 5 on public Union County sewer utilities. There is no reason for the wild disparity in cost of public utilities and what AQUA charges other than greed against their fellow Americans. Our household yearly sewer bill is half of what some people pay in property taxes in this area, which is outrageous. With the constant price increases in the near future, we will pay AQUA just as much as we do for my property taxes and all the public services that they provide. These actions are not of a necessary utility company looking out for their customers, rather one looking to extract as much wealth from them as possible. I implore you not to approve any rate hikes AQUA is requesting for any of their utilities. Thank you, everyone, for your time tonight.
If you could hold 1 second, sir. We'll see if there are any questions. Attorney Purnell.
No questions. Thank you.
Attorney Host, are there any questions?
No, thank you.
Chair Brawley, any questions?
Yes, I do. Mr. Paparata, I'm familiar with the area that you're discussing because I live in Matthews also. Was your section of Emerald Lake built during the period when Union County had a moratorium on water or particularly sewer extensions?
So I wasn't here, unfortunately, when it was originally built. What I've heard is they had a smaller sewer or something that they had that was then sold off to AQUA at that time.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Any further questions from anyone? If not, let me thank you for your testimony, sir. We appreciate you joining us and sharing your thoughts and perspective. Mr. McCoy, could you unmute the next witness?
Allison Squires.
Good evening, ma'am. Do you solemnly affirm that the testimony you're about to give in this case will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Ms. Yost, witness is yours.
Thank you. Good evening, Ms. Squires. Could you please state your full name and address?
Allison Squires, 108 Samantha Drive, Garner, North Carolina, 27529.
And what's the name of your subdivision?
South Hills.
And do you receive water service, sewer service, or both from AQUA?
I have a septic, so I only get water from AQUA, thank goodness.
All right. You may go ahead and make your statement.
Okay, let's roll back to July 2013 when AQUA requested a 19% increase in rates. Plus, they introduced their WSIC, SSIC, which is their water and sewer system improvement charge, which was a way to raise rates without public input. Those were approved by the Utilities Commission in November 2013, along with a general rate increase of 5.2%. Then we rolled to 2018, January. AQUA wanted another 9% increase, plus they wanted to continue those SICs, plus they introduced the CAM, which is a consumption adjustment mechanism that uses averages of water instead of actual metered use because customers were trying to conserve to save money, and that was hurting AQUA's bottom line. Then let's roll to November 2019. AQUA requested a 7% rate increase plus additional tariffs. They ended up getting approved for a rate increase of 10% from the Utilities Commission. January 2022, AQUA got smart and started asking for rate increases in 3-year increments so they didn't have to pay their attorneys and deal with these public hearings nearly as frequently. They did want to do the WSIPs, which is the Water and Sewer Investment Plan, different from the System Improvement Charge. And this WISP is what we're still talking about today, but it was first introduced back in 2022. And at that time, they wanted to increase rates by 29% over that 3-year period from 22 to 25. The commission only approved them for a total of 6.9% that 3-year period, thank goodness. Now we're here in March 2025, another 3-year WISP plan to increase the rates from 2026 to 2028 by an atrocious 48%. So here's the deal. From second quarter 2024 to second quarter 2025, their net income increased 43%. Their earnings per share increased 36%. Their cash dividend per share increased 5.25%, and their total revenue increased 18.5%. There is absolutely no reason that we need to be giving them increased rates. Either they don't know how to run a business or they're just greedy. And this money grab is never going to stop, and they will never learn to run their company like a real business until us, the payers, aka the ATM and the free money is closed. Please deny this request. I would love to see them get 0 this year because I can't see in the history as far back as I went that that's ever been done. Thank you.
Thank you for your testimony. Hold tight for a few moments. Let's see if there are questions. Ms. Snell, any questions?
No questions, thank you.
Ms. Yost, any questions?
No, thank you.
Sheriff Brawley, any questions?
No questions, sir.
All right. Thank you for your testimony this evening. We appreciate you sharing your thoughts and perspectives.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. McCoy, if you could unmute the next witness.
Caller, are you there?
This is Angela Edwards. I'm here.
Okay, Ms. Edwards. Do you solemnly affirm that the testimony you're about to give in this case will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you, Ms. Yost. The witness is yours.
Ms. Edwards, could you please state your full name and address?
Angela Edwards, 1050 Purdue Drive, Chapel Hill, North Carolina, 27517. I'm a sewer-only customer in Governor's Village development.
Thank you. You may go ahead and make your statement.
Thank you for this opportunity, public staff. I want to start with the background that some of the other testifiers have started with, in that AQUA, North Carolina is a division of WTRG, which is the symbol for essential utilities, a publicly traded, very profitable, who are beholden to investors, but not in the least to their consumers. To all of those listening, ask yourself, do you pay for water and sewer separately? If you pay for sewer separately, as my neighbors and I do in Governor's Village, do you pay
If you could,
$92?
your voice is coming in and out. You might want to restart. We'll give you a little bit more time because we cannot hear you.
Okay, my volume is up. My phone is closer to my mouth. Are we good now?
That's clear now. Yeah, but go ahead. We'll
Yeah.
give you a little bit more leeway because the signal was fading in and out. But
Thank
typically,
you.
yes, your comments should be limited to 3 minutes.
Thank you. I
Go
appreciate
right
your.
ahead. Sure.
So I wanted to reiterate what another testifier has said tonight, in that this is a company, AQUA North Carolina, a division of Essential Utilities, publicly traded on the New York Stock Exchange, and it's very clear how profitable and beholden they are to their investors, but not at all to their consumers. To all of you listening, ask yourself, if you pay for sewer separately, do you pay $92 a month for just sewer? Is sewer your highest utility by far? It is for myself and my fellow townhome neighbors. When I moved to Governor's Village in 2020, I was astonished to learn there was a separate sewer bill, and that bill was for sewer alone for the amount of approximately $65 per month. Little did I know how much more financially devastating this would become. The water bill for both water and sewer in previous residences had never been above $50. And in this case, we're looking at an increase of 20% approximately for years 1 and 2 and 3 in the WISP. And Mr. Becker, you said you wanted reasonable rates. That is in no way reasonable. We will be at $124.67 per month for sewer only. That is in no one's definition of reasonable. And as another testifier noted, we have zero incentive for conservation. We are unmetered. What I want to point out, especially important in this, is that the NCUC standards say that all sewer service shall be measured based on the amount of water metered. Metered consumption of water shall be determined by metered measurement of all water consumed by the lessee and not by any partial measurement of water consumption. That is paragraph 5, Rule 7-22. Section B of that discusses unmetered, which is our case, where it is impractical or uneconomical to install meters to measure temporary service or to measure use of a fixed character, then such service should be supplied unmetered. That price charged for the service shall be estimated as nearly as is practicable to what would be charged if meters were in use. This is from NCUC docket number M-100 sub 75.
If
We
you could
know-
go ahead and wind up your statement, you've exceeded the 3 minutes, ma'am.
Yes, I will. This data is very clear that we are being overtly gouged, and we need our residents in the townhomes to be in an unaggregated from the $1 million homes across the street who pay the same amount as we do. We need 160 townhomes that are small to have a fair rate, and we are counting on you, public staff, to defend us in this. This is egregious.
Thank you for your testimony. Ms. Furnell, are there any questions?
No questions, thank you.
Ms. Yost, are there any questions?
No, thank you.
Chair Brawley, any questions?
No questions, sir.
All right, thank you for your testimony. John, if you could mute the next witness, please.
Paul, are you there? Number ending in 78. Please hit *6 to unmute. I've sent multiple requests, but you're not responding.
John, is there anyone behind the non-responding person?
That is it, Commissioner.
Okay, and you provided that person, I guess, several opportunities to push *6 to provide testimony.
Yes, Commissioner.
Okay. Well, since there are no other witnesses in the queue, we will go ahead and adjourn this particular session. Let me thank you all for being here this evening, and I hope you have a wonderful evening. Thank you. Good night.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good night.
Night, thank you.
Thanks, all.